Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Mary and today is the first video that it's, as you can see, in an outdoor space. And this is why I am not in my usual base in Hong Kong, but I have come to Singapore. During my last trip in Singapore 2 years ago, I came to the Botanical Gardens of Singapore and I was desperately looking for Hoyas because I do know that Hoyas are endemic here. There are quite a few species, but unfortunately I could not find any. 2 months around after I went back to Hong Kong, I've saw that there is a brand new Hoya house, as it's called, or House of Hoyas, in Singapore Botanic Gardens. So it was newly launched around 2 years ago, and although I did not have the chance to come the first time when it was newly opened, I came now. So we are here today and we're going to have a tour around and see a few of the beautiful Hoyas and other species that it has inside. So come join me and we can have a look around. So Hoyas in general, as I have seen several times, the majority of them are epiphytes. There are lithophytes, there are epiphytes, and there are a few that grow in soil, but the majority of them are epiphytes. And they are spread all around Southeast Asia. There are some warm-loving Hoyas, which are the majority, and some a little bit cold, let's say, loving Hoyas. Like Hoya linearis, for example, which is not here today from what I saw previously. Here, because Singapore is a tropical place, tropical biome, we will be seeing many, around 70 species, I think there are in total here. Many of the tropical Hoyas. So let's get started. As you can see here, on the back already I can see like this is probably a Calistophylla. There are some Hoyas like Carnosa compacta here growing up, and they have been so meticulously placed in conjunction, or let's say in coexistence, along with some other plants. So we start, and some Dicerias as well. You see here is a Diceria. So Dicerias and Hoyas are closely related, but not exactly the same. And here Hoya retusa growing. So 3 already within like 4. Hoya kerry outer variegated here. And you see how nice they have been planted, if I can say that. And the begonia here as well. And the Calistophylla, I guess it's a Calistophylla from what I see, or a type of Illasonii, goes all the way on the back. And here. And all the Hoyas, as you can see, are actually labeled. So Lacunosa splash here, although, yeah, okay, it has some splash. The sunrise here. No, this is actually also, I don't believe that this is sunrise. Sunrise has bigger leaves, so probably, in all honesty, I would say that this is also Lacunosa. I'm not sure though. Scortecini here, Lacunosa. Oh, okay, you see this one says Lacunosa. Probably the labels have been swapped because this looks much more like a sunrise rather than a Lacunosa. Oh, you see, and these are all the endemic to Singapore. So, as it says here, according to the recently published Flora of Singapore in 2023, there are 13 native species of Hoya found in Singapore. And one of them, I have to say, is one of my all-time favorites, which is Hoya caudata. Not the Sumatra, not the gold all silver, the very good old Hoya caudata. So, here it says that they range in size apparently, okay, and they include Hoya obtusifolia, Hoya diversifolia, and apparently Hoya lacunosa. Hoya lacunosa, by the way, one of the most well-blossoming Hoyas. So if you are into Hoyas for their flowers, lacunosa is the one that you should be getting. And here it also has, oh, so you see here, Hoya caudata, it has as well, coronaria. And here is a very nice sample of Hoya caudata and how it is trellised here naturally on this wood. And I love the fact that I'm not sure what you can see from the video. I will make a B-roll afterwards as well. But it's a sort of a greenhouse in here. So it has abundant light and natural sun coming from top, from the glass panels. And then it's practically a semi-open space here. So the Hoyas that can sun stress are sun stressing nicely, like this one here, which I'm pretty sure it's a sunrise, probably mislabeled. And the caudata here as well, so very, very nice. Now, oh, you see here, Hoya latifolia. This one, I'm not sure what this one is, to be honest. Oh, this is a Finlansoni, Calistophylla, what? Let me see, Finlansoni, yes. Hoya Finlansoni, also very, very nicely sun-stressed. And the amazing thing is that you can see how they naturally grow sort of in the jungle, let's say, because the native habitat of Hoya is practically the jungle forest, the tropical biome, tropical forest. So the Hoyas that we do have at our houses as collectors are amazing and very well taken care of, but they are a bit, let's say, on the Hoya on steroids, if I can say that, because we put all the fertilizers, we put all our love into them. Here, it's how they normally, naturally grow, or how you would see them more or less, let's say, in nature, not in a collector's house. So that's why you see that they are not looking very healthy, but in reality, most probably they're much healthier than the ones that we have in our houses that have mealybugs and flat mites and everything in between. So let's continue. Hoya coronaria, okay. That's interesting. And you see on the back here, oh, and on the back there we have a variegated, inner variegated. I'm not sure which one is it. I want to say over there. I want to say Incrasata, but I'm not 100% sure, although it does resemble one. And then here, this one most probably is Obovata. Most probably, I cannot see any labels, but from the size and the texture, yes. And then here, okay, did you know a Hoya? Oh, okay, and they do talk about Hoya caudata here, yes. Hoya, originally not known to exist in Singapore, was discovered in Nisun Swamp Forest. This epiphytic climber, Hoya caudata, was discovered in 2011 during a field visit by National Park staff. And let's go further down. Oh my god, there's so many, guys. This is really my happy place. Alright, Hoya rubida here, I can see. Very nice sample. Here it says Hoya australis, but it does not really look like Hoya australis. I'm pretty sure it's not, so I'm not sure if Hoya australis is somewhere on the back and we just cannot see. Or could this on the back be Hoya australis and not Obovata? Could be, I'm not sure. I cannot see how thick the leaves are, to be honest. And here, Hoya litoralis as well. You see how nice, and it has new growth here. And one begonia as well here. Now, we are on the New Guinea part. So in New Guinea, Papua New Guinea have a lot of interesting Hoyas, and I'm pretty sure that there are many, many more that have not been discovered yet. It's one of the most virgin, let's say, places in the world. And they do have, the place has an abundance of Hoya in general, and new species are discovered all the time there. So New Guinea here, oh, okay, and this is exactly what it says. It's less botanically explored compared to Borneo or the Philippines. Okay, and here it has a few New Guinea Hoya like Stenaki, Nicholsonia, and Verstegiae, and the Snobus. Okay, and another information which is quite interesting here is that New Guinea has the highest number of Hoya species with large flowers, including Hoya gigas, and apparently, as the name suggests, it has the biggest Hoya flowers in the species. I think it's, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure it's even bigger than Imperialis, for example. And here it says it has flowers measuring 7 to 10 cm in diameter and another 13 species with flowers larger than 4 centimeters. So quite big. By the way, there may be some environmental noise. I hope you can hear me very well. And oh, see? And we have some visitors here. There are some tubes that for the airflow. It's practically greenhouse in here. Now here is this Archboldiana. Yes, okay, Hoya Archboldiana, very nicely presented here. I love this one. This for me is a pain in the butt because it is full of flat mites every year, but it's really nice to see it growing here naturally and so nicely, and you can see also new growth over there as well. And moving forward, another, so you see here is the, oh bingo, it is Hoya incrasata. So Hoya incrasata intervariegated is the one that just continued over there that I saw. So yes, I was correct about that. This is the Hoya gigas here, as it says. I do not have a Hoya gigas, so I'm not familiar with it. So it's the first time I'm actually seeing it. So if this is indeed a Hoya gigas, this part, then the leaves seem to be quite small in comparison to the huge flowers. And here Verstegia as well, growing on a trellis. You see guys, there are Hoyas everywhere. It's amazing. And here's some fern. And this is the Thailand part. Okay, so Thailand has a wide range of bioclimatic zones, it says here, which is yes, unique range of Hoya species. It has the Hoya Thomsoni, which is a Himalayan Hoya, you see, and Hoya Tsinghungensis in the mountains in the north. Hoya lasiantha, lowland forests in the far south, and also others are Pandurata, Erythrina, Kerii. I'm pretty sure I have shown this to my channel as well in the past. And this one, which I do not have, the flower does resemble a little bit Hoya caudata, to be honest. It has this hairy type, and the colors are quite similar. Soirawensis. This may be interesting to see, to research further. And moving forward, here we have another one. This, I'm not sure what is it because it has the dark, you see the black margin surrounding here, but just one leaf. And this is another interesting fact that you cannot judge or identify a Hoya just from one or two leaves. Many people are asking, okay, what Hoya is this? And they just have a very small cutting with one leaf or two leaves. There are around more actually than 500 species of Hoyas, but the same plant can differ tremendously even when growing under the same conditions. I have shown you in the past like the Lacunosa croniana debate. Here is another good example because you see the majority of the other leaves do not have this black margin. This is the only leaf that has this black margin, which I guess is probably from sun stressing. And then here's some lipstick, some Decidia as well, you see here. And this as well is a Decidia. Oh, and here Cutis porcellana. Okay, Cutis porcellana, one Hoya, which is, and here Hoya Leticia. This one I'm not familiar with. The Cutis porcellana I also have, it just bloomed for me for the first time, and it has this, apparently it's called Cutis porcellana because it has these amazing blooms. These very porcelain-like blooms. Okay, and here we're on the front part of the Hoya house. I'm sorry that you may be seeing some cuts during the video, and this is because it is so hot. Just so you understand that I had an overheating of the iPhone, so we had to stop. So, second part, the front part, let's say the foreground. We see here some lipstick plant, and then another, this is a lipstick plant for sure. And oh, you see Hoya glabra here. Very nice big leaves. Very nice leaves, a begonia on the back. And here, Hoya spartioides, this does not look like a Hoya spartioides, so I'm not sure if indeed it is, but anyway. So here we have the Borneo region. So Borneo region, there are 85 species and 4 subspecies of Hoya recorded in Borneo so far, with new species being named on a regular basis. So Borneo is quite similar to Papua New Guinea in terms of new species being discovered all the time. Some of the Borneo species is Hoya bacoensis. This should be Hoya hamiltonorum. If I'm not slaughtering the name, this I'm not familiar with at all. The Kloppenbergi and the Spartioides. And here, oh, this is a very good Hoya imbricata, I'm pretty sure it is, a very good example of how it grows. So if you have seen my previous videos, and this is probably tree fern fiber from what I can see, so they are growing it in, I think this is tree fern or some similar material, and then lots of moss, and it grows here. So Hoya imbricata is a myrmecophytic Hoya, it makes domasia. So this is more or less how you would normally see it in the wild. So I know that many people do like to grow it in taco shape. This is not the correct form of imbricata. Imbricata spreads, makes the domasia for the ants to go and have this symbiotic relationship with imbricata. So it should be like that, like more, let's say, spread leaves. And you see here a taco-shaped leaf, which is only because it did not find a way somehow to grasp on the wood. And then here we have another one. I'm not sure about this one. I need to double check. Ah, Mitrata. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mitrata, wishlist Hoya for me. I love especially the silver version. And what else? Here another one, and over here, and you see the very nice cygnets here with different blooms of Hoya. I'm pretty sure these are Carnosa blooms, but you know, they are very similar to Carnosa in any case. And here as well, this looks like a very nice Carnosa, most probably. I don't think it's something else, although again, you can never say for sure unless you see the flowers. Over there we have a bloom about to open. Most probably it's a Carnosa. I will check when we go the other way. Here a Loheri, what's left from a Loheri over here actually, I can only see this small part. Loheri, if I'm not mistaken, is from the Philippines. I need to double check because I think maybe we are in the Philippines region here. Kentiana over here, maybe on the back. Yeah, you see, if you check the elongated leaves over here, I'm not sure if you can see, come over with me. Over here you see. And you see the lovely sun stressing. I have never seen a Kentiana. I do have the variegated version, the inner variegated. I have not seen the original Kentiana, the non-variegated version, sun stressing so nicely. It has this pink hue it's getting, very nice. And let's go and have a very quick look on the other side as well. So, and yes, we are on the Philippines part. We are in the Philippines region. I realized from the Loheri over there. So here you see Philippines. Okay, Philippines have probably the most Hoyas you can find. I think around 200 species or even more than that are recorded so far in the Philippines region. Some of them, Hoya cutis porcellana, we saw over there, the Blacernise, the subspecies Ciariae. This is a very nice one. I have in my collection, hasn't bloomed for me yet, but the blooms you see, very bright, vivid red. The Platycaulis, I love it because it has green blooms. I mean, I love it. And Loheri, very nice, one of my favorite Hoyas, one of my first Hoyas. And very interesting leaves, the boat-shaped leaves. So this one, you see over here, we see a full bloom, and here is another. So we see peduncles in different stages. Like this is relatively small, a bit larger, and then up here we have the fully open, and here you see a very old peduncle. So for those who are not so familiar with Hoyas, never, and I mean never, cut your peduncles after your Hoya finishes blooming, because they grow the next flowers from exactly the same peduncle. And this is exactly what you see here. This Hoya has bloomed this peduncle for several times. And the retusa here as well. I love retusa. For the life of me, I cannot grow this. I have killed it. I have tried growing in like many different medias. It does not. It's like a pond does not work. Coco chunks does not work. My chunky mix, as it's here in a chunky mix, does not work. So anyway, retusa here, you can see a very nice sample. And oh, and you see another one here with the peduncle ready to bloom. Quite nice. I want to say that this is, I'm not sure actually which Hoya is this. Let me see. Hoya Chiequae. I'm slaughtering the name, I'm sure. I'm not familiar with this one. It has a Kumingiana format, so it grows the leaf similar to Kumingiana. All right, and let's continue the tour. You see here another one, and I think I saw somewhere a peduncle, yeah, over there on the back. Very nice. All right, and here we can see the Curtisii. You see, I cannot see any label, but I'm pretty sure this is a Curtisii. This, I would like to think, I'm not sure if it's undulata or something else. Could be. If I see somewhere a label, I will let you know. But the Curtisii here is growing nicely, very nicely. Here, Hoya forbesi. And then this, most probably, this is Hoya endawensis, it says here, over there, okay. But I'm not sure if it is, yeah, it's the full. You see Hoya endawensis, quite similar to Cania kumariana, but with very glossy type looking leaves. And this is much lighter in color compared to the one that I have, for example, because this gets a lot of sun apparently. You can also see the shadows here in the video. And let's move further down. Let me see over there, Hoya brevialata on the back here, over there. Oh my god, and you see this, I cannot find it anywhere, the tag, I'm not sure, but from the looks of it, it's either Pretoria or Lasiantha. Actually, these two have been under the same category, so they have been under the same name. Here it says Hoya Rinzi. I'm sure, I'm positive that this is different to this one. So, and I think I can see the label over there. I don't know, but the flower, by the looks of it, it's I know because this is one of the Hoyas that I would really love to get, and they are on my wish list for a while. So I'm pretty sure this is a Lasiantha. Very nice, very unique looking blooms. And then, oh my god, look at this one. I want to say that this one is a latifolia. And it does look like the latifolia dinner plate, the one with very big leaves. And then again, some lipstick plant here. Some Decidia hanging. And yeah, that's about it. More than 70, much more, I would say, more than 70 species of Hoyas spread around in a few square meters. All right, that was it for today. A very, very different video. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you do plan to come to Singapore, please do visit this Hoya house. You may have Hoyas at home, you may be collecting Hoyas. The experience that you get here compared to your own ones is very, very different. I loved it. It was a very, very unique thing to see. And I have to say, please write down in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know any other place that has this. But this, from according to what I know, is the only place that it has so many Hoyas concentrated in a garden, a botanical garden, or any other space in any country. So it was an amazing opportunity. I feel super excited and very lucky that I managed to came here and see it by myself. If for any reason you cannot come by yourselves, I hope you have enjoyed this tour that I made, and I will be seeing you next time. And by the way, I do remember that I have promised you a Hoya houseplant tour. I mean, you did get a Hoya house tour, just not my house. See you.